My kung fu is better than your kung fu. Even though I don't know kung fu. Hello everyone, my name is Orlando Blau Jr., but you may call me Lando. And hopefully, first off, I hope you like what you see here. I decided to do a little bit of a close-up, show a little bit more of this guy than everything else behind me. Some of you might know, many of you may not know, but you know, have done and still do what is known as karate. Everyone knows what karate is, the art or way of empty hand. And I am actually a second degree black belt in that style. Dang it, I forgot to get the certificate. But yeah, I am a second degree black belt in karate, primarily Shorin-ryu karate. I've been doing karate since I was a wee little lad. Yes, them were the days. Back in the 90s, I was a wee lad, onwards and not understanding of how the world works. I was trying to do an Irish accent, but it didn't work to my liking. I've been doing martial arts since I was about 5 or 6 years old. I can't quite remember how old I was, but it may have been around that time, I'm pretty sure. And I started off doing karate at the YMCA in Chicago, in the north side of Chicago. I did karate out there. Orlando, don't you mean karate? No. I mean karate. Empty hand. Karate. No, Orlando, I'm pretty sure it's called karate. I mean, a lot of things end with E. You know, me and B and C. S-E-E-C? Yeah, that's the one. See, you understand. It's pronounced karate. When you're a kid, you think you're gonna be doing all this cool stuff that you've seen in the movies. But instead, you're in a horse stance or kibadachi and you're just throwing punches. My main sensei would split the class up and he would conduct with the advanced belts while we white belts and beginners would, you know, be in our little thing. One of the most typical things we would do is we would do the martial arts. They tell us to get in a horse stance. We would do the punches, but we always do this. Turn around! That's what every beginning child always did. They'd always do that, always looking to see what the really cool kids were doing all over back there. It was an off and on process for me at first. I mean, I got yellow belt around 6 years old or something like that, 6, 7 years old. And it stayed that way up until I was 11. At the time, beginning time, I was off and on. I stopped, I didn't go, I came back, you know. It happened that way for a long time. And then one day my mom saw me and she noticed I was getting a little bigger. I stopped at the age of 9 and I said, I'll never do martial arts. And she started noticing that I was getting bigger and a little more husky. And so she said, you should go back into class. You should go back to this school. And I was a little reluctant at first. Oh, no, I don't wanna. I'm 11 years old, I don't wanna. I was 11 years old. My mom insisted that I go to the school. So I went to the school, had my yellow belt that I pretty much outgrew. What do you expect? They were surprised to see me. They were surprised how big I gotten, both tall and wide. I was back in with good arms and they were ready to teach me. And I have to tell you, I was so ecstatic to be back. I stayed committed and I kept going at it. I got my belts, I was getting better, I was getting more intrigued. I was loving martial arts. I was really loving it. I was really craving it more than I ever did when I was a kid. As a kid, I didn't even want to do any of that stuff. I don't wanna, but I didn't understand the value of practice. I got a little older, a little wiser, a little more mature, and I started to really appreciate what martial arts had to offer. And at the age of 15, got my brown belt, and it was interesting because in that school, it was really rare for any kid below the age of 18 to get a brown belt. It was very rare. And it wasn't just kids. I mean, we had adults too, don't get me wrong. We had every age, young and old, you name it. It wasn't just a kid's school. It was for everybody. Anyone young and old were welcome to go to this class. But I was the only one below the age of 18 that had a brown belt. I mean, there was probably three other people before me who went as far as brown belt as a teenager, and that was it. They never reached black belt. It never happened. Now, I turned 16. I was still a brown belt at the time. My sensei had made an announcement in the summer of 2001 that he was going to be retiring. No, sensei, you can't leave. You can't leave me. You can't leave me with these animals. What am I to do? Come back! But he wasn't gonna leave just yet. Now, he was gonna leave the school with one of his peers was gonna take over the class as soon as he would leave. We'll get to that one in a little bit. But before he left, all right, you, and you. Me? Yes, you. Come on, Orlando, let's go. What's going on? You're going to be tested for your black belt. But I'm not ready for this type of thing. You coming or not? I'm gonna go. I'm coming, sensei. I was not prepared. I didn't study nothing. It was just surprise promotion to just bring me in and just like, you're gonna take the test, whether you want to or not. I had a lot of questions he wanted to ask me. All right, Orlando, are you ready to take your test today to get your black belt? What is your name? How many katas do you know? How many wazas? Where did karate originate? Who brought karate to Japan? When was the Renaissance? What's 2 + 2? How do you work those damn seashells? Who shot first? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton On Joe? And that's how I got my black belt. Of course, that's not exactly how it happened, but I was not as prepared as I wanted to be. Now, some of you are probably going, now hold on a second, so he just gave you your belt just like that? You know, there are plenty of schools who do that all the time. When the master believes that you are ready, you don't have to take the test. If they see what you have done, they'll give you that surprise ranking. Sometimes just your effort and what you have presented and what you have given is enough for them to know, yeah, you're ready. But I wasn't ready, as you can clearly see through my reenactment verbatim. After he left, he promoted me, and I became not only the youngest person to receive a black belt in his school, probably the last person to receive a black belt from him. I don't really want to say his name for protective purposes. Maybe, I don't know, but I don't want to really mention his name, but he was my sensei back in Chicago. And then came his peer, who decided to take over. It was a whole different type of ball game. Not to say that he didn't know what he was doing. I'm not trying to say that, no disrespect to any master out there, I mean no disrespect. However, it was a different environment, a different type of teaching. I went to the school, and unfortunately, due to other circumstances, I stopped going once more. I was probably around 17 when I stopped going. I came back around the age of 21. The original master, my original teacher, he could have maybe 20, 30 people in his school, young and old, you name it. I went back in 2007, and the new instructor had only 6 people, and they were all kids. Yikes. What the heck happened? Fortunately, there was a lot of perfectionism. Instead of just saying, okay, we're gonna throw this kick this times, and then we're gonna throw this kick many times, and this punches, and that punches. It's new school, or new teaching, it was, we're gonna spend the entire hour on one kick. One kick. One kick. One kick. What? That's what we're gonna do throughout this entire session. We're gonna learn one kick throughout this entire hour. Oh, goodness gracious. To my surprise, later that year, unfortunately, the school was officially nixed by the YMCA. Current instructor, unfortunately, he had his own school going on, so he was doing his thing there. It just unfortunately did not work out after all these years, and no disrespect to him, it just wasn't the right, not have been the right place or the right environment, but it just didn't work out, unfortunately. So 2007 was pretty much the end of that school, of that area at the Y. Fast forward to 2012, I moved out to Wisconsin with my wife. Did I move out to Wisconsin or did I move into Wisconsin? I know I moved up to Wisconsin. I don't know if I don't, does it really matter? Hell no. My wife has told me about a friend that I also knew, who herself has taken karate. And she still took it. Endo, why don't you go to that school? Why don't you try it out and continue exploring in your field of martial arts? It might be a little different, but at least you're doing something and going further in the skills. I said, okay, I'll go. Do I have my gi? Nope. Do I have my belt? Nope. Do I have the chance to prove I'm not an imposter? Nope. All right, I'm all set. Let's go. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready at all. But I went to the school, I went to the dojo, and I met my current sensei. He wanted to see what I could do and see what I was capable of. He checked me out, and I guess he pretty much said, like, okay, well, your style is a little different. It needs a little polishing, but we'll work it out. We'll work it out. I've been to different schools before, and I respect my sensei that gave me my black belt, that promoted me to Shodan, or his first degree. I respect him greatly. I've seen other styles, I've seen other techniques, but I have never seen anything like what my current sensei has shown me. He showed me something. He has shown me things that I look at and I go, wait, you mean to tell me all the punches, all the kicks, all those moves, all those techniques, I could actually do? Okay, I know some of you are probably thinking, hey Orlando, how did you not know this? How did you not know any of this stuff? I thought you went to school for this stuff. I thought you went to these classes. How did you not know that these punches worked? How did you not know about energy and holding your and controlling your center? I'm not gonna try and bash my sensei that promoted me to Shodan. None whatsoever. I have a huge respect for him, and I will keep it that way. There were just more things that I learned from my current one I never learned from anyone before him. These styles, these techniques, these moves, they make sense. Anyone can know how to throw a punch. Anyone can know how to throw a kick. Anyone can know how to be in a stance. To understand why, that's a whole different ballgame. His name is Lin Filia. I'm gonna say my current sensei is Lin Filia. He was a good guy. He still is. He taught me things that I never knew. It gave me such a great form of confidence in knowing everything I learned made sense. There's no one who can tell me otherwise. I know that MMA is the big deal, Krav Maga and all those other styles, and I know a lot of people are having this idea of saying like it doesn't work, or traditional karate doesn't work, traditional martial arts doesn't work. That's because you don't know where it came from. He probably thinks it was just made up and someone just closed their eyes and just visioned it all happening. This'll work! Yes! I like it! I shall write that down! That's not how that worked. It isn't how any of it worked. Because let's face facts, Eastern style martial arts is very unorthodox to us Westerners. And without the right teaching, we're just gonna think it's a bunch of hokey pokey bullcrap. There's a lot more I could put into this, but unfortunately, I'm out of time. Oh, fine. We'll talk more about this. I thank you guys so much, and I really thank you guys for watching this video. I apologize for the last one that you saw there, the whole lagging and all that stuff. I sincerely hope that this one doesn't do the same thing. Please, I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Leave a like, leave a comment, be sure to subscribe to this video, and I hope to see you guys next time. Take it easy. Rock on.